humility, patience, and love are three things Jesus wants to teach to us. But I say to you, do not resist the wicked. But if anyone strikes you on the right cheek, offer him the other also. And whosoever will plead with thee, and take thy coat off, let him also cover his garment. And if anyone forces you to walk a mile, go with him too. Give to him who asks you, and do not depart from him who wishes to lend him. Ye have heard that it hath been said, Thou shalt love thy neighbor, and you will hate your enemy. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for those who mistreat you and persecute you, that ye may be the children of your Father which is in heaven. Because it causes your sun to rise on bad and good, and the rain shall come down upon the just and unjust. Dear brothers and sisters, the Holy Spirit is showing us, through this text that we are going to study today, that humility and patience are two sister things that go together. To love people, it is necessary to have a lot of humility, to have a lot of patience and a lot of resignation. Jesus is saying here that when someone attacks us, slapping our faces, we must offer the other side. In fact, he is speaking of our face, but he is also speaking of many other things, which make us against us, and that we, instead of retaliating brutally, or even with harsh words, we must soften the situation, we must humble ourselves, so that through our humiliation, people also learn to humiliate themselves. The text says that when someone wants to take something from us, in case someone asks for a shirt, we should not only give the shirt, but also the suit, the blazer. He says here that, forcing us to do a walk a mile, for example, go with him too. Give it to anyone who asks you, and do not turn you away from him who wants to lend you something. Now, when someone is getting close to people with an interest in asking for something, when they really have a need, our obligation is to do the most for this person. But the most important thing I've seen, and noticing in this study, is that it says like this: love your next, and it will hurry your enemy. He says thus, I give you tell, love your enemies, and bless those who hate you. Do well those who hated you, and pray for them that you mold through, and you persecute. Here he says why act so that you may be the son of your Father, who are in heaven, because he gives the sun, both for the wicked, both for the good, and rain for the righteous, and unrighteous. And he still asks a question: if you love those who love you, what value does this? Does all the world do so? The most important is to love those who love us, and to love also those who do not love us. Help those who hate us, help those who are our enemies. And then he completes saying, thus be therefore, how perfect is your perfect Father that you are in heaven.